So I get done with that video and I see a video that has a kid on there. And I'm like, well damn, why would a kid be on here? And so click the video, and right away I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Why is a kid up here with a see-through shirt? And so I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck would have a kid on here like this? Like, I'm expecting just a kid to be up there talking about whatever it is that they're talking about, not presented in that fashion without the person conducting the interview to know, hey, you either tell that child to put some goddamn clothes on or you don't do the fucking interview at all. Like, what has to be going on in your head to sit here and do this shit? Alright, so with this video, the title speaks for itself, if I even name video this, but I'm gonna be talking about exploitation of pain. There's many different ways our pain in the black community is exploited. So I'm not gonna touch on every single one. So anybody that may think of something else, and you can put it in the comment section, by all means put it in the comment section. I'm gonna use the specific examples that I've seen over the years, what I wanna point out. And I made a post about this a little while ago, like years ago, because I was watching essentially street interviews, if you will. And it was, from what I can remember, it was a guy, I don't know the guy's name, don't know the channel or anything like that. But the guy was walking around, you know, interviewing homeless people and so on and so forth. Well, that's kind of right up my alley because I've always cared about homeless people. I've always cared about people that were less fortunate, that were going through things and so on and so forth, i.e. me being in the field of mental health, trying to help people and so on and so forth. So I've always been about that. So that was my first time ever seeing a video like that. So I was thinking it was with good intentions. So I watched a couple videos, but throughout watching those videos, I'm catching on to certain things that just don't sit well with me. And so long story short, I think one of the interviews, it had a woman involved in it, and the guy was, from what I can remember, he was trying to holler at her. And it's like, hey bro, if you're doing these interviews to try to help people, you don't have ulterior motives for why you're doing this shit. So that was a red flag I seen there, and then several other things within that video that he was saying. It was like he was too much involved in their personal life and taking jabs and certain shit. And so when I started seeing other videos and they having red flags, it's like, bro, you doing this shit for money? Like, you coming up off these people with their unfortunate circumstances, because this shit no longer seems genuine. So from there I'm like, that's bullshit. I can't rock with that type of stuff. So here it is. That's the example I'm using of people, pain being used to benefit others. And that's some evil shit. And so that was years ago. Now bringing it up to present day time again, there's a lot of different things, especially you can talk about the music that we listen to, these record labels and so on and so forth. They capitalize off the bullshit that we've been through, and then we put it in our music, and then they make all this goddamn money off of it while stirring up problems within our community. Exploitation of our pain. It's a lot of different examples. The last example I'm gonna give, the most recent, which really messed me up. There was this channel, I think it's called Soft White Underbelly, maybe that's the name of the channel. And I recently came across this channel because somebody that I know, they know I'm serious about mental health and so on and so forth, all the different conversations I have with people. So somebody told me about this guy that they seen on social media. So what they were telling me is that it was something about the monster under the bed or something. And so I went on YouTube to try to find out what's this video that they're talking about, because they really intrigued me with what they laid out as far as what they seen in the video, what the guy was talking about. So I go find the video, and that's when I see it's on the Soft White Underbelly channel. I don't know the guy's name that you know the interview was about, but it was just sad, man, hearing his story and hearing what he's been through, just like a lot of other people have been through bullshit. And then when they become adults, they now fighting those demons because the unaddressed trauma that they've been through, and they haven't really had the resources to help them out throughout what they've been going through. And now here it is, they're you know, at some point in their adulthood and still going through all that. So I'm just listening and heart heavy, because I hurt for people that's going through stuff. And so heart heavy, but the more I listen and I start clicking on other videos, same shit. I'm catching little stuff by the person doing the interview. I'm catching little stuff like that sound like some real, like, why you ask that? Like, why you say that? Like, that shit weird and so on and so forth. And it's like, You doing this shit for clicks and views and capitalizing off people pain, because on that channel, from what I've seen, and I haven't seen a lot of videos, I only got to see so much to be like, okay, yeah, bullshit, I don't want to watch. And maybe I need to kind of open myself up a little bit more, because watching certain things does give me a better idea of what's going on with people, and if or how I can help to try to figure out a solution to that problem, so on and so forth. So I'm in a battle with myself with what I shut down just right off top. So anyway, that was a little sidebar. So biggest red flag, which this is where I cut that channel out fairly quickly. On that same channel, and many more people may know about this, and I don't even know if I really want to, man, fuck it, it is what it is. So I'm watching one of the interviews, and I don't remember their name. I remember one of the people's name, and I'm not going to mention her name. I'm just going to say she was a kid. Her mom, people probably can connect the two if you're familiar. I seen an interview with her mom first. I didn't know it was her mom at first. I'm just watching the damn interview. And so the lady, you know, she talking about why she do the things that she do, why, you know, what got her to that point, so on and so forth. So I get done with that video, and I see a video that has a kid on there. And I'm like, well, damn, why would a kid be on here? And so click the video, and right away, I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Why is a kid up here with a see-through shirt? Like that fucked me up to where I don't want to see it, but I'ma still listen. So I put the phone in my pocket, still listening, and try to get an idea of what the fuck is this. And so, long story short, finding out that I'm going to label it as what everybody else would know it as, a child prostitute. But I understand where people would come in and say it's not a child prostitute, it's a victim. I have no pushback with that, just labeling it as how widely society knows things to be. And so I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck would have a kid on her like this? Like, I'm expecting just a kid to be up there talking about whatever it is that they're talking about, not presented in that fashion without the person conducting the interview to know, hey, you either tell that child to put some goddamn clothes on, or you don't do the fucking interview at all. Like, what has to be going on in your head to sit here and do this shit? So anyway, listening, and certain things are being said to where I then see they do an interview with the mom and the daughter. That's where I found out, no, from seeing the interview with the child by herself, I think they were mentioning her mom. I really can't remember how I realized that, oh, okay, those two are related. But regardless, got to the point where I'm watching the mom and the daughter do their interview together. This dude that's doing the interview, he say some shit, like he complimenting the little girl. And I'm like, me as a person in mental health, it's like on some genuine type stuff. If somebody has low self-esteem, if you're dealing with kids, if they have low self-esteem, I understand giving them compliments to boost their confidence on certain things. But you know damn well, as a mature, functioning, thinking adult, it's certain things that you probably shouldn't give a compliment on, especially if you're a man dealing with a child, a girl child. Yeah, there's probably some shit that you definitely shouldn't compliment on. Leave that shit alone. If you want to talk about you smart, so on and so forth, I get that. But there was certain shit being said that was like talking about her looks, giving her compliments on that. And so it was just weird shit that was being said. If you done seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. To where it's like, yeah, whoever the interview dude is, weird than a motherfucker, creep, whatever phrase you want to use, to where it's like, this is what I'm talking about. The pain in the real life stories that people go through is exploited to make money off of. And I have a huge problem with it. A huge problem with it, especially when we tie it to some sick shit like that with the child. To where it's like, dude, again, what I always say, what the hell are we doing? What the hell is going on? So to end the video, that's what this video is about. Again, I know there's many different examples, many different examples of how our pain and our stories, our experiences are exploited to benefit other people. So definitely drop those in the comment sections if you think of some of those examples yourself. But the examples that I use is just where my head has been with what I've seen recently, and like I said, the other issue I seen a couple years ago. But that's just where my head has been lately, just seeing the different bullshit that's going on that It's like nobody pointed out. Now I will say this, I don't know the channel name, but there's a channel out here, a lady that has called the shit out. The same stuff that I'm pointing out, she's called it out. She does several videos on that. I wish I knew her name to give her credit, because when people point stuff out, you gotta give credit to those people, because too often we've gotten used to not saying shit. Maybe think something weird or whatever the case may be, like, oh, that shit sound weird, but we don't really say nothing to do nothing. But that's what has gotten us to this point where so much goes unaddressed and so much bullshit takes place. So I salute anybody that may know what I'm talking about and has said something, brought it to people's attention, like the channel that I just mentioned. So we'll go ahead in the interview, go ahead in the video. I appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, check out any other videos that I may have. I appreciate y'all.